today, but it's actually not really windy. It's just kind of breezy. But unfortunately, the microphones on the iPad just picks that up and magnifies it. So we're going to give it a try, see how it goes. I am on a walking path, but I'm at the very end of the beach. So I'm hoping that I'm kind of away enough that we won't get passersby that just walk through the video. Anyway, so all kinds of different things. I've got some little birds in these trees right here, a mockingbird and something else that want to sing to us. So you'll probably hear some birds throughout this as well. But maybe you'll just get that, authentic experience of working out on the beach while you're at home. So anyways, let's give it a try. This is going to be mostly a strength workout. Just something a little bit different. We'll, of course, do a warm-up, and then we'll do a lot of strength. So if you need to take breaks, I'm using water bottles, of course, because I did not pack any weights. My husband thinks I packed everything but that. But anyways, I'm just going to be using water bottles, and I will do a little bit with my resistance band, which I did bring that. So you, of course, will have a little bit heavier weight, so it's going to feel a little bit different to you, of course, than it's going to feel for me. But anyways, let's just get going. Not sure if you'll be able to hear the music or not. All right. our weights are by the knees. Row it up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold up tight. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. You're going to do only the left side. So when we do this work here, where it's called bilaterally, where you work only one side at a time, or unilaterally, I'm sorry, your core has to work that much harder because it's stabilizing the work to only move on one side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold tight, pull those shoulders down, switch to the right. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pull back and hold. Now kick it back. Press back. We're working those muscles from all different angles. Again, this is a heavy strength workout, okay? So if your muscles aren't quite ready for it, take breaks when you need to. It's okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. March your feet. Just give those arms a chance to take a little break. You're going to open up those legs to a wide squat. So your hips are right here in the center. Your feet are wider. Toes are at like 10 and 1 o'clock, okay? That opens up the hips for us to be able to do a squat. Now we're going to add an upright row. Pull up. So those elbows go wide. It's not like this, okay? Elbows wide. Yes. So we're doing what are called compound or complex exercises, meaning we quickly move from one to the next, sometimes using the same muscle group, sometimes opposing muscle groups. So here we're working those arms and the back to pull up. We're going to switch to a squat press. And of course your legs are working this whole time, which is going to give you a little cardio push as well. 2, 1, keep squatting, turn the hands, press. Press. So as you stand up, you use that little bit of power to press up. Press. Press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take it back down. Here we go. Row up. Compound exercises. Take breaks as you need to. Adjust your feet if they're sliding around in the sand. Maybe Elise is joining us there in Cabo. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here, change your hand position, press. Now if you are using fairly heavy weights, that push with the legs makes this easier. These water bottles aren't heavy, and if you have super light weights, may not feel like you're doing as much. But trust me, you're still working. You should feel that. You can hear my breath starting to get out of breath because it's a big cardio push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and march it out. Good job. Roll those shoulders back. We're going to work a little more into the back, doing a deltoid fly. So we're going to sit down into that 45-degree position. Palms face each other. Up. Lift up. Now this is one of those moves that those weights start to feel really heavy. You can always set them down. Just do range of motion. You'll feel those shoulders start to burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, curls, up, down. So you notice those, it looks kind of like a W. Those arms are out wide, which just works further into what's called the anterior deltoid, this front part of the deltoid here. Helps those shoulder blades squeeze, keep that tall posture. 5, 4, 3, don't lock out your legs. 2, you're gonna come halfway and pulse, pulse. So see, those arms are still out wide, they're not here. Now if that bothers your shoulder, if you have rotator cuff issues, this might not feel good. So you can certainly come right here in the center. But we're trying to strengthen that rotator cuff, so that's why we're working in this wide position. 5, 4, 3, 8 singles. Take it down, up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice job. All right, you're gonna do what's called an uppercut. This works on rotation through the shoulders. So your hands sit right here. This is called your resting position. So I don't want you to rest the weights on your shoulders. You keep the arms tight, but you're holding that here. You're just gonna press up. So look at my toe here. It turns. Now, person in sand, what I'm doing is digging a hole. On your floor, you just want to make sure that you can rotate. Press. So this works on that rotation, the lats, the serratus anterior on the side of the body. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reset, switch sides. So remember, this is that unilateral work that we talked about, where we switch and we're working only one side so the core works harder. Press. And we twist that foot to protect that knee as we rotate. Press. Press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Roll those shoulders. You're gonna go back and you're gonna do a tricep exercise overhead, okay? So we did that tricep from the bottom. Now, overhead, you can take both weights, hold them together. You wanna keep them tight though. We don't wanna be fighting them like this. That's how we can kind of hurt our back. So we either hold them tight, you can hold one weight in between like this. You can do it with no weights. You can just go back to the kickback if you need to. So hands come straight overhead, slight bend in the knees. Take it down and up. So we press. If you watch from the side, the water bottles or weights come right behind the head. You press straight up. Press. My bird friend is back. For you. 2 more. Then we're going to pulse. Hold right here. Pulse. And press. 3, 2, 1. Press. Feel that tummy working. Slight bend in the knees. Press up. 3, 2, 1. And press. 3, 2, 1. And press. Doing great. You're almost done. We're almost to the last part where I'll use the bands, which if you don't have a band, then that's okay. 3, 2, 1, press. 3, 2, 1, and press. Good job. So you should feel that in the shoulders as well. That extended position overhead really starts to burn the shoulders as well, because that's what's called an agonist, or the assistive muscle group. Even though you're focusing on the triceps, the shoulders are assisting, okay? All right, actually you're gonna do one more exercise. There's some lunges, and you can do just lunges without anything else, just body weight lunges. You step back, dropping that knee down and press up. If you want to add the bicep curl, and we're going to even add one more if you want. So curl, curl, press out, in and down. Curl, press out, in and down. So any of those options in between works. 4 more on this side. 3, 2, last one. Now you know we can't be lopsided, right? So we have to do the other side. All right, are you ready for this? This is much harder than I thought it would be on the sand. My legs are working really hard to stay stable. So that's good news. If you want a good workout with just your body weight, go do it in the sand. Here we go. Take it down and up. Remember, a lunge comes from the back leg, not the front leg. So we're not pushing forward like this. It's straight down and up. Using that back knee. Curl up. So this is the first part of the move, just adding a bicep curl. Now add the push if you want. You'll feel that tummy really have to pull in as you push forward. Push out. Get up and push. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and done. Woo! Good job. Okay, I'm going to switch and do a few exercises with the resistance band. I don't usually do it in my live classes because I know a lot of you don't have the band. But for the video, you can shut it off. Or maybe you actually have one and you want to do this portion of it. Or you just want to watch. All right. So the nice thing about the band is it's very light and portable. So the first part that you're going to do, you're going to work your chest muscles, okay? So your fingers are very close together. Right in the center, settle the shoulders down, pull out. So if someone was watching, it looks like you're not really doing a whole lot. But you're working those chest muscles, which helps to strengthen all the move from the core. Pulling out and in, out. What I want you to watch for is that your shoulders aren't creeping up like this. The shoulders are not earrings. Keep them down and relaxed. Just pull out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pulse. So keep that tension, just pulling through those shoulder blades. You should feel that tension in the back as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, I'm going to try to do this on the sand. I'm not sure how well this works. So the other nice thing is that we can actually work out our legs and provide resistance for our legs using just this band. Okay, so you can keep it just on the outside of your legs here. You can cross it, which will give you more tension because you're putting more tension across the outsides of those feet. If you pull it up, you're going to get the most tension. Okay, we're just going to step out side to side, out and out. As you do that, all of the muscles from the hip girdle, so all the way up in here, that glute insertion, all the way down the side of the leg, okay? These are your lateral movers, which helps us move from side to side. They also are usually the thing that's very weak and causes us to fall. So if we strengthen them, we're better able to handle those times when we kind of get thrown off our balance to the side. So just stepping out right and left, and this will start to burn really followed by red, then blue. And it follows that pattern with a lot of brands, but you will find some that have different colors altogether. Oranges and purple. So you just need to kind of verify that. My butt is already burning, so yours should be too at this point. We're doing 2 more each side. Press out and in. And here's the thing, you can also change the resistance midstream. Yes. Release. Woo, goodness gracious. Can you feel that? All right. Last thing you're going to do is bicep curls. So I don't want you to fight with the band. So fighting is when we're kind of pulling like that. Up, down. You have that slight bend in the knees, which helps to engage the core. Tip that tailbone forward. Pull that core in tight. Then that arms can engage. Up. 5, 4, 3. We're going to move to bilateral work. Side to side. Take it left and right. Left. You'll notice it feels a little bit different when you're working only one side at a time. But you really have to pull that core in tight to protect that as you move side to side, up. And depending on the resistance of your band, you will really feel those biceps starting to burn. Pulse in the center. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice job. All right. Let's stretch and cool down. I hope this video turns out. It's such a beautiful day. Anyways, roll those shoulders, release the tension. You're going to bring one hand overhead, and you're either going to press do my live classes. I know we're starting to see less and less people on our live classes. Release. Because I know as people have gotten their shots and they're going back to classes and things like that. So for right now, we probably will still do them when we can. I know Kathleen travels quite a bit extensively. I don't travel that much, but I get a lot of stuff going on. But we will still do them for this foreseeable future right now anyways. But if we find that, you know, most people are able to go to the gyms to get classes, I will still on my YouTube channel, I will post things periodically because I have a lot more flexibility there to be able to post stuff for people to do as far as kind of helping them train, things like that. But hopefully at some point, those of you that I don't know personally, you'll come join me at either Skyview or Durango so that I get to meet you in person. But again, if you still don't feel comfortable coming out, that's why we take the time to do these videos for you. We want you to be able to stay active and healthy, not only for our body, but for our minds. When we stay engaged and we stay active, we just feel better, both physically and mentally. So here from the beaches of Corpus Christi, Texas, I hope that you have a beautiful week.